Hey, what's up, everybody? Andre Simpson here, Young Black Wealth Builders. And today's video, I want to talk to you about how the wealthy educate themselves more than they entertain themselves. Wealthy people educate themselves more than they entertain themselves. Now, check this out, y'all. Most people go to college. I never went to college. I took a couple classes while I was in the military, and when I got out of the military, but never finished it and didn't complete a degree. But one of the things I learned as I study wealth, as I study money and finances and study wealth, is that a lot of people go to college, and once they graduate college, they feel that they have all the education that they need, and they stop. And I was wondering, how can a person and so I studied a certain businessman who achieved a great amount of wealth, and he went to college as well. And I said, what's different between him and a person who graduated college and just lives an average lifestyle versus this person who went to college as well and got a ton of wealth? What did he do different? And one of the things that he said in his book was that while he was in school and all his colleagues were partying after class and, doing all those things and keeping busy, he was studying the stock market. He was studying business. He was studying real estate on the side because he was educating himself versus entertaining himself. Okay. So that was the clue. I was like, that's the difference. That's the difference from the wealthy and the average person. Okay. So the next thing was, when we're talking about, again, the wealthy spend time educating themselves versus entertaining themselves. Now, when I understood that principle, I remember I had a bunch of CDs because I had left home. I grew up in a Christian household, but when I left home, I was able to go out and party and enjoy and do all the things that I figured that I thought that I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do at home. So I was buying all this music, and I got all these CDs, and back then it was tapes, and I'm listening to this person, I'm listening, I got all the rap and good music out, great music coming out, but my bank account stayed the same, if not worse. I was making a little bit of money. I had left home, was in the military, but my bank account stayed the same. But when I understood that principle, that the wealthy educate themselves more than they spend time entertaining themselves, I kid you not, I went to my house. Right, I went in my room, I packed up every CD that wasn't making me any money, I got them all together, right, and I went out to the dumpster and I trashed all of them. And my girlfriend at the time, she was so upset with me. What are you doing? Are you crazy? What are you doing? That doesn't make sense. That's stupid. Come on, that's Biggie Smalls. That's Tupac. Threw it all in the trash because it had nothing to do with my bank account. And I found out I was making them rich. Love the music, but I'm making them rich, and I need to get myself wealthy. I need to build wealth, okay? So I turned my car into a library, and I needed to train this mind. Coming up in poverty, struggling with 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and with a house full of 8 kids, and struggling, I had to change some mindset here. And Biggie wasn't doing it for me, and Tupac wasn't doing it. They was entertaining me, but they weren't making me wealthy, okay? So we're talking about the wealthy educate themselves more than what they entertain themselves. Books, right? Mentors. Check this one out. I was reading a book or listening to an audio track on Dale Carnegie. I believe it was Dale Carnegie who wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. One of the things that he said that changed my life, he said that he got so low in his life, at a point where he was so low in his life, that he said, look, I'm about to kill myself. I can't hack it. I'm not able to take care of my family. So he went and he got his gun and he went for a walk, okay? As he went for a walk, he walked past the library. And he went in there, and I forgot how the story goes, but he ended up going into asking somebody something. I'm not sure exactly how. I forgot how it all went down. But he stopped by the success section in the library, and there was all these books on people who wrote on success. And he was like, I don't have a mentor physically in front of me, but I got all these books of people who wrote their life story or wrote about success. And he started reading those books, and it changed his life. Ever since then, I've become a voracious reader. Again, I got rid of anything that didn't help me, that was entertaining me, and I started educating myself. And I knew that since I didn't opt in to go to college, I knew that I would have to have some type of education so that I can succeed in life. So I became voracious when it comes to reading. I buy books like crazy. My wife is ordering bookshelves right now as we speak to house all the books that I have. And I see my house, my mansion, right, my office and my mansion. I see it in my mind, my vision, full of all those books that when I took the time, because I took the time to educate myself. Last but not least, I'll stop with this one. Oh, let me hit this one real quick. Cable TV, bro, I had to get rid of it. I had to cut it off, bro. Watching sports, I love basketball, I love football, but you know what? When you're broke, when you're busted and you're disgusted, you got bills that need to be paid, you ain't got time for that stuff. So while all my friends are watching basketball and watching LeBron and I'm doing all that, I'm studying, I'm getting it. I'm educating myself. Y'all keep entertaining yourself. I'm educating myself. And you need to, if you plan on building any type of wealth, you're going to have to let that stuff go for a season. So you can go to the game, so you can sit in the audience, so you can actually go to the finals and sit on the floor and enjoy it instead of watching it from your television, throwing popcorn all over the house, okay? That's where you come in, where you build, where you educate yourself to, right, versus entertaining yourself. And last but not least, and I'm going to go. Check this out. I have a friend, and I'm going over my time real quick, but I have a friend. And he said he's so proud of his son. His son is 7 or 8 years old, and it hurts me to my heart when I hear him say it. But he's all up on every stat and who's getting drafted and who's doing this and who's doing that. He's entertaining himself, and he's teaching his son to do the exact same thing. And I know for a fact he's broke, he's busted, and he's disgusted. And you're raising your son. And he was told me, and the reason why I'm saying this is because he told me the other day, almost had a tear in his eye. My son, he knows the stats. He knows the stats of LeBron James. He told me the other day how somebody was drafted and he knew his name. And I was like, are you seriously? Are you really tearing up the fact that your son is great at entertaining himself? And you know good and well you broke, busted, and disgusted. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Andre Simpson, Young Black Wealth Builders. The wealthy educate themselves. The poor and the middle class spend more time entertaining themselves. What are you going to do about it? All right. If you got value out of this information, y'all, out of this video, and you want to know more how to connect with Young Black Wealth Builders, click on the link above, below, to the side, whatever. Connect with us. Let's go build some wealth.